Hello everyone, welcome back to G&J Exploring. In today's video we leave Ollantaytambo and head to the ancient Incan citadel of Machu Picchu. We start the day bright and early in Ollantaytambo and head down to the train station, where we get on a very pleasant train which winds its way along the river valley up to the town of Aguas Calientes. In Aguas Calientes we spend some time looking around, but generally have a very relaxing day, not doing very much and enjoying having a bit of a rest. The following day we're once again up bright and early, this time to get a bus up to Machu Picchu. We then spend several hours exploring the town and looking at the amazing views all around. Overall, Machu Picchu was quite spectacular and obviously well worth doing. I will mention it more later in the video, but if you're going on your own and not as part of a tour, make sure you understand how the ticket system works because it can be quite complicated. We hope you enjoy this video and on with the show. It's a new day here in Ollantaytambo and we are going to be getting the train up to somewhere called Aguas Calientes outside Machu Picchu today. But for now, we just have the wonderful view of the ruins over there, with the sun on the mountain behind them looking really, really incredible. And we're now at the station and the train is turning up. Maybe we'll be on this one very shortly. So we are now in the town of Aguas Calientes, right below Machu Picchu, and we've had a very nice train ride here going along by the river, and you've probably seen some video as we did that. And now we're going to be heading around the town and maybe doing some hiking, maybe heading to some waterfalls, and we'll see what we find when we get going. So we're now walking through the town and we've got the river by the side of us. This is a different river to before, this is sort of a tributary, and it's all very pleasant. We did wander up to the waterfall, but there wasn't actually much to see, so I'm not sure we would recommend doing the waterfall. But we're going to go find a drink now, maybe a bite to eat, and then later on in the day we're going to be going to some hot springs. Although it is very hot generally, so maybe some cold springs would be a little bit more welcome. And here we have another view of the train as it goes through the town of Aguas Calientes.
We've had lunch and I've now dragged George to a bar to watch Aston Villa lose, but the bribe of some beer got him out, so did the trick. The rest of the day we might be going to some hot springs, but otherwise today is a chilling day with not much planned, which is a good thing.
And while we're here, we're spending some time wandering around the market. We've already got a very nice magnet and some postcards, and we'll see what else there is to find. Things are generally reasonably priced, I'd say. You are able to haggle a little bit, but we've not gone too far. And generally, it's quite nice having a good wander around. And we have now found a pool bar where we are attempting to play a game of pool, although the table is quite big and we're finding it a bit hard going, to be honest. So it's now the evening and we've had a very nice meal at the Full House restaurant. And I'm just strolling down the railway tracks here in the town. It's a new morning here in Aguas Calientes and we're up bright and early to get some breakfast. And at our breakfast spot we have this wonderful view out across the town with the mountains in the background. Very shortly we're going to be heading up to Machu Picchu, and I'm getting a little bit excited because I've been really looking forward to this.
We are now on the bus up to Machu Picchu, so you can walk, but it's about an hour and a half upstairs. Good appreciation for what the Incas did, fair enough, but we're on the $12 return bus. So winding roads for about half an hour, it drops you off at the base of Machu Picchu. From there we'll walk up some stairs and see, hopefully, a great view of the sun, which has decided to grace us with its presence.
So we are now here at Machu Picchu, and we're not at the classic viewpoint, we're just at a viewpoint, but we've got the wonderful view. And spinning round, we've got the view down the mountain. Now we're going to be heading further up the path and seeing more amazing views. We are now up here at the highest bit of viewpoint we have access to here at Machu Picchu, and there's various different types of access, and we very fortuitously have the best one. And we've got the wonderful view of Machu Picchu down there, and the landscape all around, of course. So we were learning a bit about the history while we're up here, and it was discovered in the early 1900s by a chap who was searching for Incan ruins, and it has been a partially rebuilt since, but it is about 60% original, and to my eyes it looks absolutely incredible. So you've had the glamour shots, and this is the slightly unglamorous view of the whole process. But the entrance to Machu Picchu is quite interesting. It's very prescriptive. There are 3 circuits you can do, one high up, circuit 1, one which goes high and then goes low, circuit 2, which is the one that Juliet and I are on, and circuit 3, which just stays low. So everyone's desperately trying to get circuit 2 because it is considered by far the best, and we're with a tour, so it was easy enough for us to get. But if you're not with a tour, it can require an awful lot of effort to get the right ticket. And down in the town we saw people queuing up for days at a time apparently to get tickets to come up here. So we're lucky to get the ticket that we wanted when we came up, and even on the tour we didn't know too far in advance. But it's very good to be here, and I'll weave around these people and we'll get another view of Machu Picchu down there. Luckily, while it is busy up here, Machu Picchu as a whole is not that busy because they really heavily limit the amount of people who can get in. So it's only about 100 people per circuit per hour. So overall that's not very many people at all. So if we head down here, we will hopefully get a very nice view of Machu Picchu. We are now heading down off the upper area, so we have one last wonderful view of Machu Picchu from above, and we're now going to be heading down into the town itself and wandering around. But as I've said many times before, it is absolutely wonderful, and very fortuitously all of the terraces built by the Incas make getting nice photographs and videos without people in very straightforward. So we're now a bit further into the city itself, and we've had a bit of a history explained to us. It was inhabited for a few hundred years, and when the Spanish came though they decided to destroy it, and it's been relatively abandoned ever since. So just below us we have the Sun Temple, that curved building, and in the winter solstice sun would shine through the V of the mountain in the background and hit the window of the temple below. If we spin round now, we can head through this gate and we can get another wonderful view of Machu Picchu, as all of the views are. And lots of this city was designed to sort of best show the sun at the various equinoxes and solstices, and there's lots of alignments between the various buildings here to allow that to happen.
So I'm sure George has said this 100 times already. That's another great view. There were some llamas here earlier, but I think they have disappeared. For a bit hot from now first. But yeah, we've done the top part. We're now wandering around terraces. Still got quite a way to go down though, so I think there's still quite a lot to see.
We're now sort of heading towards the exit, and we're a bit closer to the cliff edge now. We've got the view of the hills around us, and spinning round we have a very large rock there, which if you're on the other side of it, and we didn't do a video there, but if you're on the other side of it, it sort of lines up with the hills in the distance, and that had some religious significance to people in the past. Here on the side we have some reconstructed houses. So these are fully reconstructed, but they do look similar to how houses would have looked here in the past, with grass roofs. And heading round a bit more, we have some more llamas over there in the distance. And here we have yet more views of the city and the landscape all around. And as I said before, it really is very special to be able to walk around here. After a very nice train ride from Machu Picchu, we're now back at Ollantaytambo, and we're going to be getting the bus back to Cusco very shortly. We have had a wonderful time in Machu Picchu, as I'm sure you got from the videos, and of course it is well worth doing. And to be honest, if you're with a tour group, it's all quite easy, and you're well looked after. Now we're going to be heading back to Cusco, and then tomorrow we've got another day in the city, and Julie and I are going to be having a fairly relaxing time while we're there.